do you think Americans have enough savings to sustain themselves? Well, COVID revealed that many of us do not. Lucky for us, we have entrepreneur, tax heiress, and author Buffie Purselle here to talk about why you have to crawl before you ball. Welcome to CEO Buffie.
Hey.
Buffie.
Hola.
Oh, we are so happy to have you here. We have so many questions, but first we want to get your take on what we were just talking about before we get to your book, right? So we were discussing Bad Baby, going from a troubled teen to buying a $6 million house in cash. Even if you're able to, do you advise someone to buy a house in cash?
Good question.
No, Miss Cash Me Outside should have put some of that cash in a brokerage account, honey. No. Even Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think, financed 40% of their compound in California. Like, it's better for you to put the money in some appreciating asset and some investment than chunking it all into a house. You know, getting a home mortgage right now is virtually free. Interest rates are like 2 to 3%.
Right.
So I suspect maybe Miss Bad Barbie doesn't have good credit, but she can call me and I'll help her.
I love a Buffie call. I love a
too.
Buffie call. Well, okay, also, I love a Buffie take on celebrities promoting crypto because we have this conversation. Is this genuine advice and how do you feel about it?
Okay, so if you're an actor or you're a singer, do you, boo. I stay in my lane, you need to stay in your lane, okay? Get out of my area. They probably have some business manager like me advising them on crypto, so why would you listen to them? You know what I mean? And when they invest, they have way more resources than you do. Crypto is like gambling, and if you can't save $100 for more than 3 days, you shouldn't be looking at no cryptocurrency, honey.
Okay, advised, okay? So in your book, you say our finances, and I love this, our finances and mental health are intertwined. Is that the case for most people, or is that specific to a certain demographic of people?
It's everyone. I mean, your brain controls everything. And if you're chronically thinking about money, stressing about money, trying to keep up with the Joneses, who, by the way, don't have any money either, then, you know, you're going to screw up. You know, it's common sense. You know, if Susie wants an apple and it costs $3 and you only have $1 and you will beg, borrow, Venmo, steal, Cash App, you know, Title Pond to get the other $2, that's a problem. You know, that has to do with your financial mental health. And so we've got to work on that before we get to a budget.
I absolutely love it. And Buffie, I'm just going to, full disclosure, we're going to go behind the camera for a second. Our stylist just texted me and said, I love Buffie Purselle, OMG, in all caps. So, you have some fans in the street. Shout out to Carrie. Yeah, she keeps us well dressed.
Carrie.
Now, I kind of want to talk about what you were just kind of alluding to. Like, most of us are not born well off. So we want to know, like, how do you break the cycle of poverty?
Very good question, and I definitely delve into this in my book, Crawl Before You Ball. With housing prices on the rise, inflation, unemployment, food shortages, it's time to have a good old-fashioned come to Jesus moment with the family. And if you're not Southern like I am, that means call everybody over for Sunday dinner and let's have a reality check. We may have to do some drastic things, like if your sister is chronically asking you to help her pay her rent every month, maybe she needs to move in with you. You know, it's time to think outside of the box and try to get to a place where we can have everybody saving so that we're not living a life of just survival, but a life of fulfillment and happiness. And it's okay to be uncomfortable. You know, I've had all my nephews live with me when they came to Atlanta to go to college so that I could set them up for success. I didn't want them paying rent. And now I'm proud to report they, you know, own homes.
Wow.
So, you know, set your body up for success. You know, be uncomfortable for a little while. I didn't want stinky little boys all around my house dropping stuff everywhere, but you do what you have to do to set them up for their future.
Wow, we all need a Buffie.
I love it.
Yeah.
I could listen all day.
Yeah.
Buffie, I've been crawling for a while, but I'm ready to ball. So how do you
Ball,
know
baby.
if you could actually afford something? What boxes should I be checking or someone be checking to say, okay, I could buy this guilt-free now?
Good question.
So afford is a very dangerous word, darling. I forbid all my students and people who are in my orbit to use that word because we can afford things a lot of times, but do we really need it? That's the question. Determining needs versus wants. And it's okay to have things that you want. It's crawl before you ball, not crawl and never ball. So as long as you budget for your wants, as long as it's in the budget and you've saved for it, then baby, ball occasionally. Earn, save, ball occasionally, repeat.
Just for the record, when she said people in her orbit, she was referring to me because she's like, if you ask
Yeah,
if
I
you
yell
can
at
afford
you all the
something
time.
one more time. I'm like, okay, I won't.
Yes.
I won't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when you do have to buy something, let's say a big ticket purchase, do you believe it's best to finance something or pay outright?
Always, always keep your cash and invest it. Because you can make more money in the markets. And right now, if you have decent credit, you can finance things for virtually free. You can get 0% offers. You can get like mortgages are 2 to 3% right now, 30-year fixed. That's virtually free. So why would you put all your money in that asset? Put it in the markets, make some money, and use that money to pay the mortgage.
Nice. Jeez.
Makes sense. I have another question, but I was just listening and thinking about my financial situation.
Me too.
I was off the show. I'm sorry, but you're so good that I blame you on that one. I was just like, should I be doing that? Okay. No. I just forgot I was at work. I definitely will. Now, nobody wants to struggle, especially like, a lot of us are getting close to retirement. So like, how can you be prepared to have a nice, chill retirement?
So I try to tell young people, like, if you just took 7 years of putting $500 a month or $6,000 a year in an IRA, and then you don't ever have to contribute to it again, leave it alone. By the time you're old like me, you'll have enough money to retire, like $500,000. Wow. And so a lot of people get these huge $14,000, $15,000 tax refunds every year from earned income tax credit, money they didn't pay in tax. Put that money up. Flake away, spend, ball on half of it and put it away and forget about it and let compound interest do its thing. And if you're older in age and, you don't have the retirement, you can always just start saving, cut back, think outside of the box, move to the country, get out of that expensive house that you have. Like, we just have to get uncomfortable and go back to the basics.
I'm gonna have
Quit trying to keep up with the Joneses.
You got to call my wife after this.
I got you.
Buffie, we so appreciate you. DBL Nation, make sure to pick up a copy of Buffie's book, Crawl Before You Ball. And she even offers a Crawl Before You Ball digital course at justbeingbuffie.com. Thank you so much, Buffie. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having me.
Buffie.
Riches. Bye, boo.